had a camera issue and audio choppy. Hopefully it's better this time around for you. Thanks for joining us. We had some questions in regards to what we saw for questions before in our previous live video in regards to the upcoming Fly on the Wall sales meetings. Good morning, Chris Farida. Good morning, Jim Collins. Kevin Brock Alton back with us. Kayleen and Carlos. Hello, hello. Joe. Good morning, sir. Michael Mozina. Good morning, sir. Hope you're all going to be heading to Mobile Beat Las Vegas, or at least the majority of you. Good morning, Mrs. Foley's baby boy. Good morning, Thomas Heath, Jonathan Pagiano. Alden is still obsessed with Perfect Strangers. Good evening, Serge. Still choppy. Well, it's probably our internet connection here then. Sorry for that. I just have to keep going. About our Fly on the Wall sales training that we have coming up. Basically walking you through an actual sales meeting I've done for tailored weddings, and myself giving you tips of what we would do and what I would change. I said, looking back on it as a sales trainer, what adjustments I would tweak. Obviously, you're in the moment when you're doing a meeting with a client, and you're not always able to understand fully what they're saying because you're in the moment, or you're able to understand fully what they're saying, but you're not able to analyze what you would have done differently, and that's where this sales training comes into play for you. Vicky explores it from the personality trainer side of things, so it's still available for you if you want to jump in. We did our first session yesterday, and a lot of great information from the people that we had attend yesterday in regards to what they thought about it, what they liked about it, what they were hoping to get out of it. So we have the training coming up again. We will go live again next Thursday at 12 noon on March 1st. So if you would like to be a part of that, feel free to jump in. And then next Thursday night on March 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to go through a sales meeting where they booked me for my pricing. So I know a lot of the ones we've had so far have been my team that they've booked, which is great. No problem there whatsoever. But from that standpoint, I want you to see one where they actually booked me as a master ceremony. So we're going to show that. We're going to show that on the evening edition on March 1st and March 8th. So if you want to get tickets for that, you can search Fly on the Wall Sales Training in Facebook, or you can go to Eventbrite, or you can go to the Sales for Event Pros page that we have our group and find it there as well. We'd love to have you join us. Good morning, Dad. Long customer intake form on website versus short customer intake form on website. One better than others. Should you have both? I think it's important for clients to get information however they want to get information. Every company is different, Jonathan. I just talked with a good friend of mine who runs a very large multi-service company in Metro Detroit, and they schedule 15-minute phone chats. And I know they're killing it with that. So that's probably a short intake form kind of thing. You know, schedule your 15-minute chat with us to see if we're a right fit kind of thing. Nothing wrong with that. That's one way to go. So I'm sure that short intake that works for them. Tailored Weddings, I would say, has a bit more of a long intake form, and that works for us. I want to weed out the tire kickers. I don't want to, people that just want a price and that's it, So that's how we handle it. That's how they handle it. I think every company is different, and you have to decide what works best for you and your clientele. But I think it's a very valid question. I think people should get the information however they want to get it. So you may start with a short intake, get the appointment set, and then maybe send them to a longer intake after they get the appointment set. Might be another opportunity, another approach to take to think about it that way. Outside the box marketing, do you try to market in odd places that fit your clientele? I think that's a key statement, the very last 3 words there, Kevin Porter. Fit your clientele. For example, we don't do mitzvahs at Tailored Weddings, but if I did a lot of Jewish events, I would then advertise at places that Jewish people congregate as much as possible. We don't do a ton of corporate, but I would then advertise in, maybe an Upper Peninsula Business Today kind of thing if we did. So those are things, again, that you got to decide what works best for you. So that may be an odd place. You may consider that an odd place. We don't do the, and I've had people call me all the time for this stuff, you know, the placemats at the local restaurant. No, that's shotgun marketing. If you're trying to feed 20 DJs or 20 photographers or 20 event planners a house, maybe you do that. But if you're trying to take care of only 3 events on a day or 1 event on a day or 2 events on a day, I don't think you need the shotgun marketing approach. That's just my opinion. Let's see. What else do we have for comments here? What other things do you want to talk about? I believe we covered the fly on the wall sales training. The video's choppy. It's probably the internet connection, guys. My apologies. Not a lot I can do it. We disconnected and went back on one earlier, so I apologize for that if the connection's choppy. I think I covered 3 questions at least today. We covered outside the box marketing. We covered long intake versus short intake form. And we talked about the fly on the wall sales training that Vicki and I have coming up. Again, we have double duty next week. So if you want a daytime, you can jump on it on Thursday, March 1st at noon Eastern. Or if you prefer nighttime better for you, you can jump on the Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I'll put a link in the video below here once we wrap up here. I'll put a link in the video of where you can go to get either of those options. I'll put daytime and nighttime down there for you. So, sorry about the choppy video this morning. Not sure what's happening with our internet. We actually have, yes, Jim, those are recorded afterwards and sent to you afterwards, just like the others. Absolutely. Not a problem. That is, if you go ahead and purchase the training, you're going to get actual copies of the training. The only benefit, of course, that you're not going to get is to be able to ask Vicki and I questions live on the call itself. So that's something you're not going to get if you don't participate in the live session, but you can't help that, you know. That's what people with live session get a benefit of. That's good for that. So thanks so much for watching live at 7:55. Thank you for your viewership, your patronage, being a friend. We greatly appreciate it. Go out and rock your events this weekend. I'm performing for a charity event this weekend as a master of ceremonies, so looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time. Past a couple of mine from years and years ago, we're helping out their family this weekend. I believe it's important to give back whenever you have the opportunity to do so. So go rock your events this weekend. We'll see you back here Monday morning for another edition of Live at 7:55, your daily motivational kickstart. We'll see you on Monday.